Hi guys, what is up and welcome to the Theatre Lounge. Welcome back to everyone who's been here before and a massive welcome to everyone who's here for the first time. Here at the Theatre Lounge, I talk about everything theatre because I love this industry so much, but I also give my top tips when it comes to auditions, colleges and everything else that comes with it. I upload videos twice a week, every Tuesday and every Friday, so if you haven't yet, make sure that you smash that subscribe button over here to keep updated with all of my theatre content, and whilst you're at it, you can also click that little bell button next to it and get notified when my videos go live. So as you can see from the title today, I'm going to be talking about some things that I wish I knew before I went to musical theatre college. I think everyone who's been to college knows the situation and what goes on and everything, and there are things that we wanted to know from before, and you know what, I thought why not make a video about this so people who will be going to musical theatre colleges actually have something to look at and know what to expect even more. But before we get going with the actual video, I just wanted to say sorry about the hat, but I had to wear it because honestly I spent about 20 minutes doing my hair this morning and nothing. It's not working at all. I can't wait for them hairdressers to open because I'm gonna run to it, but yeah, soz, I couldn't do it. I had to put something on. But now, without further ado, let's get into it. So, obviously, I'm gonna be talking about my personal experience and what I went through and what I wish I knew. So yeah, take that into consideration as well, that we are all different. We all want different things and have different experiences. So my first point is going to be about living away from home. As you might know, I'm originally from Malta and I moved to the UK to London to study musical theatre, so obviously I was living very far away from home, but even if you move from one place or another still within the UK to study, it's living away from home. And I personally feel that living away from home has a lot of ups and downs, obviously, but yeah, I thought I'd be fine to deal with it and everything, which turns out I was. But there was a lot that I didn't know. I personally think that when you say to someone, I'm gonna move away from home, a lot of the negative comes up and everyone's trying to prepare you and getting you ready for what is going to happen, which is nice to know that people are like looking out for you and taking care. But yeah, I just feel like a lot of people will mention the negative things. It's gonna be difficult, you're gonna cry, some people don't manage to do it and all of that. But I don't think a lot of people mention the good things about it. There's a lot of fun to it. It's the first time ever you're going to be living by yourself and fending for yourself, which is totally an incredible thing. But yeah, I wish I knew how to cook before I moved away from home. I wish I knew how to work the washing machine and do all my laundry and everything. I was always lucky enough that when I lived with my parents and I was hungry, I had a plate of food at the ready. My mom would have cooked for me. So when I moved away, when I moved like miles and miles away from Malta to the UK, I was like, oh my god, I have to actually learn how to cook because I had to eat and I had to make food because obviously you need to. And yeah, that is something I wish I knew before, because there's so many more things than to just cooking and laundry and everything. Like living life in general by yourself is a whole experience, which mind you is the best experience ever. You find yourself the best way you can find yourself ever because you're doing things for yourself. But apart from all that, I literally felt like I was starting from scratch. I had so many friends back in Malta that I still love dearly, but obviously they were not with me and I had to restart my full life. I didn't have family or anyone with me and I was like, okay, I need to make friends. I need to start going out. I need to find places to go. I need to say how I'm going to travel, how I'm going to get money, everything that I needed to do to live a normal life. So yeah, that is my first thing that I wish I knew before going to college, because it's not just going to college, it's changing your entire life. Right, let's move on to the next point, and this is going to be that I think
college is very expensive.
Of course, when I went to college and I applied and I got accepted and everything, I looked at the fees because I was like, definitely I need to look at them. And we all do, we all look at the fees. But I don't think it just finishes there. I'm not being funny, but there's so much more money-related things that happen with college that I personally didn't know about before I actually had to pay for them and went to college. You have to pay for your show reel. You have to pay to get headshots done professionally. You've got to pay for some costume bits that you want to add yourself to enhance your character. Yeah, there's a lot of more money into it. Obviously, like, I took my dance exams and everything, so that was an extra cost. I did my dance teaching exam, so that was a cost on top of that as well. But above all, if you're living away from home, you need to rent a place, and that is expensive. Living costs are so much more expensive than I ever thought. Like renting the place, buying things to clean the place, food, toiletries, everything that you want to buy is going to cost money. So you've got your admission fee, your college fee, all the extra bits to do with college, renting your place, buying things for the place, setting up a whole life. So yeah, that is really time consuming and money consuming, to be honest. And whilst we're talking about money, we can't forget the fact that you are going to be trying to find some kind of part-time job to help you like pay these things off. But the thing with finding a job is that you've got a really busy schedule at college and you can't really have a lot of working hours, and not a lot of places understand that. When you go for your interview, you need to be honest with them and be like,
listen, I go to a musical theatre college, my hours are very, very long, and I've got a very busy schedule, but I do want to work.
Is there any shorter hours that you could do? Like, you have to find a job that understands your schedule. But whilst you're doing all of that, you need to keep reminding yourself that your passion is musical theatre and that you do want to find a job at the end of the 3 years of studying in theatre. So yes, I understand you need to pay off everything and you need to have a life, so you want to find an extra job whilst you're at college, but need to keep reminding yourself that college is the priority at that point. Right, so for my next point, I just touched base on it just now, but we're going to be talking about your schedule and the long college days. When I first started college, I knew I was going to have a busy schedule, but believe you me,
I did not think it's going to be that busy.
most colleges are the same, to be honest. Like, a lot of colleges have very long hours, and to be honest, you're going to look at it both ways yet again. Either long hours,
I'm gonna be tired.
or else
Long hours, I'm getting my money's worth here.
sometimes I used to go to college at 7:30 in the morning and not leave there till about 10 o'clock at night. And that's because I used to go in the morning, and before classes start, I used to practice my own personal things that I wanted to practice. And then obviously a full day of classes, and then an evening of rehearsals for our upcoming show or something like that. And yeah, it's busy. 7:30 till 10 o'clock, I used to go home and want to do nothing. And thing is, like, these colleges are trying to make us into professionals, which I'm so grateful for, because if it wasn't for college, I wouldn't be where I am today. But yes, they're trying to make us these professionals, and you've got to act like a professional. You can't look tired. You can't go into a vocal class and start yawning or dozing off. These are things that can't happen. You have to keep active, keep awake, and that itself, trying to be so awake for such a long time, is such hard work. The thing with your busy schedule and your long days, you want to talk to people about it, talk to your friends about it, but I personally feel like no one but theatre students understand this. And that's because we've all been through it, or people are going through it at the moment, so we understand one another. But I feel like you can't confide in someone else who's not in theatre. And also, before we finish with this point, might I add that weekends are a luxury. Honestly, I always used to take weekends for granted until I went to college and I was like,
I'm in on a Sunday? What's that?
sometimes I used to be in college on a Sunday for about 12 or 14 hours even, and it was just the norm. Our weeks weren't 5 days, our weeks were 6 days long. You get that Saturday off, which was a bliss. Thank God we had that day off. But yeah, it was real hard work. So one more thing I wish I knew before going to college is that I needed a hobby. Before I started college, obviously I had singing, dancing and acting as my hobbies, but little did I know that I was going to make that into a career, and that's not my hobby anymore. I didn't want to go and dance in my free time. I didn't want to learn a song in my free time anymore, because it's becoming my life, it's becoming my job eventually. So yeah, I always wanted to have that hobby, which I found so difficult to find, because I love what I do and it is my passion, it's what I love doing. So I just found it difficult to find something else. Yes, having that one hobby that you can go home from college and just spend even half an hour, either if it's reading or watching something on Netflix, like a series that you like. If you spend half an hour just doing that, like, it can help you out so much. It relaxes you and you need it after a day of college. And kind of tying in with that, because I find that meeting up with friends can also be a hobby, to be honest. Having friends that are not from college, I personally didn't do well in that case, because I found a job and then I left my job and found different jobs and all of that. But I never kind of had a job for the 3 years, and I felt like I didn't have the time to go out and make other friends that I could have kept for the 3 years, which is annoying. I know I did it wrong, but that's why I'm doing this, because I want people to learn from my mistakes. And yeah, basically like having other friends that are not college related, and they can just keep you going in life. And like, as I said, when you're in college, you're there for long hours every single day. So these are the people you're going to be like closest to. They're going to be your best friends, and they will remain your best friends after college as well. But you don't want to get to a point where after 3 years you graduate and you feel like you're restarting again, because you're not seeing all your friends every single day and all of that. It's difficult because we all take different life paths and we audition separately. Some people get jobs where others are still auditioning. And yeah, then when you start finding a job after college, after the 3 years, like a part-time job, and you're like, okay, I can actually start meeting other people now and like having a bit of a life. It just feels like you're restarting from the beginning. Now let's move on to the good stuff. And something that I wish I knew before going to college, but especially during college as well, is how rewarding it is. They are the hardest, they are the longest 3 years of your life, but at the same time, they're the shortest, they go by so quick, they are the best years, you've met so many people, you've got so many new skills, you are working towards something that you always wanted, and yeah, basically your childhood dream job is a step closer to becoming a reality. And also, whilst you are in college, you're gonna have the bad days. Definitely you are, we all do. And you're gonna have days where you're like,
oh, I don't want to go in.
Like, basically it was me every single day with college, not gonna lie. But you just need to remember that you are actually doing what you love doing all day long. You are singing, you are dancing, you are performing, you are having a show after another show. The scary thing about it is that after your last college show, your last piece that you do, musical, dance show, whatever it is, you don't really know when you're going to be on stage next. So take them 3 years and roll with it, because it's the best time of your life. You're performing every single day and that's what you want. But apart from that, when you graduate and you look back at it and you're like, wow, I was so lucky to have that, and nowadays look at me trying to find a job, trying to perform again, and kudos if you can find a job right away. I don't think it happens to a lot of us. I think the majority, we go through different auditions and then get the job that we deserve. But yeah, it's a fun thing and it's very rewarding, I feel. You get to meet new people, you get to create a whole family and a whole circle of friends, of people doing what you love doing. They have the same interests as you. It's just so rewarding. Honestly, I can't even explain it enough. And tying in with how rewarding it is, it also makes you grow up. It helps you start making your own choices and what you want to do in life, and whether you want to take that path or the other path for the rest of your life and for your career. And that is a main thing, I feel. It makes you work hard to achieve your goals and like save money at the same time, and also like think about the future. And after graduation, you are constantly thinking about it, because that's why you are in college. Because after them 3 years, you want to be on that stage with your name in lights and everything. So yeah, it makes you grow up like nothing else does. And from my last thing that I really wish I knew before college is that it's not scary. It's just fun. You're doing whatever you wanted to do for the rest of your life for 3 years, every single day. It's so much fun. And just remember that you're gonna go in and you're gonna have the best time of your life. But there you go. Thank you guys for watching. I do hope you've learned something new about college from this video. If you did, let me know in the comments box below. And if you have been to college and you've got other things that you wish you knew before you went to college, put them in the comments box below as well for other people to see and hopefully get something from as well. But also remember to follow me on all of my social media platforms. I'll link everything down below for you as well, because I do a lot of polls and asking you guys what you want to see next on my channel. So yeah, if you want to be a part of that, make sure you follow me. If you've enjoyed today's video, make sure you hit that thumbs up button, that'll give it a like, and also subscribe to my channel for more theatre content coming to you every Tuesday and every Friday. Thank you guys for joining me, and I will see you all on Tuesday. Bye guys!